Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. If you thought the Lakers season couldn't get any more interesting, well, buckle up, because we might be on the verge of seeing something we haven't truly had all year, a fully healthy Lakers roster. That's right. And no, I'm not joking. It's closer than you might think. We've already seen LeBron James back and looking strong. Luka Doncic is healthy, Rui Hachimura recently returned, and the core rotation is finally starting to take shape again. But there's still one name lingering in the background, one missing piece that almost everyone seems to have forgotten about, and that's Maxi Cleber. Now, if you're thinking, wait, Maxi Cleber? Isn't he with the Mavericks? Not anymore. He was actually part of the massive Luka Doncic trade deal that reshaped the Lakers roster earlier this season. Despite that, he hasn't played a single minute for the Lakers yet. In fact, he hasn't even made his debut. So it's understandable why most fans have barely even considered him when thinking about the team's playoff push. But here's where things get interesting. According to a recent hint from Jovan Buha of The Athletic, there's a major update coming. He confirmed that JJ Redick is going to provide an update on Maxi Kleber's health very soon, tomorrow to be exact, and it might just change the entire dynamic for the Lakers moving forward. Could Maxi Cleber actually make his Lakers debut this season? Could he be the hidden weapon that the team unleashes just in time for the playoffs? Fans are buzzing with questions. And today, we're diving deep into everything we know, what's being reported, and what might be coming next. First off, let's talk about where Maxi stands right now. The reality is that he's been sidelined with a broken foot, which is no small injury, especially for a big man who relies on lateral movement and quick reactions. However, there's finally a glimmer of hope. Recently, limited footage surfaced showing Kleber back on the court. He's been taking shots, putting weight on his foot, and even jumping off of it, all signs that the healing process is progressing. It's important to note that he's still very much in a controlled environment, just doing shooting drills without much physical contact. But given where he was a few months ago, this is a massive step forward. Could this mean he's close to returning? Is it possible that the Lakers could have another key rotation player ready for the postseason? Based on my background in exercise science and just following common recovery timelines for this type of injury, if he hasn't started 3-on-3 or contact work yet, he's probably still a few weeks away. Usually, after an injury like this, you need to be cleared for contact first, which could take another week, then spend about another week doing contact practices, and then maybe 1 to 2 more weeks ramping up your conditioning and getting back into game shape. In the best-case scenario, we're probably talking about a 3 to 4 week timeline before he can seriously compete at an NBA level again. If Maxi Cleber is indeed closer than we think, and if the update from Reddit confirms that he's been cleared or is close to being cleared for contact, then there's a real chance he could be available by the end of the first round or the beginning of the second round of the playoffs. Imagine that, a fresh, hungry, and healthy Maxi Cleber jumping into the Lakers rotation just when the games matter most. It almost sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? But if everything goes right, it's not out of the question. Some insiders believe that if Kleber can return and be even 80% of the player he was in Dallas, the guy who could stretch the floor, defend at a high level, and provide size and toughness inside, he could be a major asset, especially considering the Lakers' current depth at the center position. Right now, let's be honest, the Lakers are thin at true center. Outside of Jackson Hayes, who has had his moments but isn't exactly a rock-solid playoff option, the team has relied heavily on small ball lineups. LeBron James at center, Rui Hachimura at center, even Dorian Finney-Smith at center at times. And while those lineups have been creative and effective in spurts, there's no denying that come playoff time, size and rim protection matter. Adding a guy like Maxi Cleber into the mix would give the Lakers another option to go big without sacrificing spacing, and that could be crucial in certain matchups. Speaking of matchups, the West is still wide open. For a while, it looked like the Lakers might face Memphis in the first round, but the Grizzlies have completely collapsed, losing 8 out of their last 10 games. Now it's looking more and more like Golden State could be the first-round opponent. Or if the Lakers climb a bit higher in the standings, maybe they face Minnesota or even another surprise team. No matter who it is, having the flexibility to throw out another big, especially one who can stretch the floor and defend multiple positions, could be the kind of chess piece that wins you a playoff series. But of course, all of this hinges on Kleber's health and readiness. Even if he returns, will he be in game shape? Will he have the confidence to move explosively on that foot? Will Darvin Ham trust him enough to give him real playoff minutes? These are all real questions, and unfortunately, ones that won't be answered overnight. But the fact that we're even having this conversation is a huge positive for the Lakers. You also have to think about the psychological effect on the locker room. Getting another teammate back healthy at this stage of the season could be a huge morale boost. It sends the message that reinforcements are coming, that the team is getting stronger, not weaker, heading into the most important games of the year. And for a team like the Lakers, who have had more than their fair share of injury setbacks, that mental edge could be just as valuable as anything Maxi does on the court. Plus, Maxi's three-point shooting shouldn't be overlooked. During his best seasons with the Mavericks, Kleber consistently shot around 36 to 38% from deep. That kind of floor spacing is absolutely critical, especially in a playoff series where every possession tightens up and the paint gets more crowded. Picture a lineup with LeBron driving to the rim, Davis drawing attention in the post, and Kleber lurking beyond the arc, ready to punish any defensive lapses. It's the kind of setup that forces defenses to make tough choices. Of course, chemistry is another important piece of the puzzle. Kleber has never played a single minute with this Lakers core. He hasn't developed that instinctual connection that guys like Reeves, D'Lo, and LeBron share. But sometimes good players just figure it out quickly, especially smart, high IQ players like Kleber. It might take a few games, but the hope is that his style of play, simple, unselfish, and defense-first, should blend well without needing a ton of time to adjust. Another thing worth mentioning is Kleber's playoff experience. This isn't a guy stepping into the spotlight for the first time. He's been through the fire with Dallas, including deep playoff runs and big-time moments. He knows the intensity, the pressure, and the mental toughness it takes to survive a 7-game series. You can't teach that experience, and the Lakers can absolutely use more of it in their rotation. Meanwhile, it's hard not to look at the bigger picture here. Adding Kleber could also ease some of the burden on guys like Jared Vanderbilt and Taurean Prince, who have been asked to guard bigger players at times this season. With Maxi available, everyone can slide back into more natural roles, and that ripple effect could make the entire team stronger defensively. And don't forget about the offensive side. With Kleber spacing the floor, the Lakers could unlock some really dangerous 5-out lineups. Imagine LeBron, Reeves, Russell, Hachimura, and Kleber all on the floor together, everyone capable of shooting, driving, and making plays. It's the kind of versatility Darvin Ham has hinted at wanting all season long, but hasn't quite had the personnel to fully unleash. Now, let's temper expectations just a little bit. Even if Kleber returns, he's not going to be playing 30 minutes a night right away. Realistically, he might start with short stints, 10 to 15 minutes a game, where his job is simple: play solid defense, hit open shots, and don't turn the ball over. But even those small contributions could have a big impact if they come at critical moments. There's also the strategic element. Opposing coaches are going to have to account for Kleber once he's out there. Even if he's not putting up huge numbers, just the threat of his shooting and size can warp defensive game plans. And in the chess match that is the NBA playoffs, every little wrinkle matters. Some fans might wonder, why take the risk? Well, the reality is, if you have a chance to add a quality player this late in the season without giving up anything, you take it. The playoffs are a war of attrition. Depth wins championships. And Maxi Cleber could very well be the piece that helps the Lakers survive and advance when it matters most. On the flip side, if Kleber's foot isn't fully ready, or if he struggles to regain his timing, the Lakers aren't married to the idea. They can ease him in, monitor his progress, and only ramp him up if he's truly ready. It's a low-risk, high-reward situation, and that's exactly the kind of bet smart teams make heading into the postseason. The next few days are going to be crucial. The update from JJ Redick could provide major clarity. If he says Kleber has been cleared for contact, then it's full steam ahead. If not, we might need to pump the brakes a little. Either way, just the possibility of having another weapon ready for the playoffs should have Lakers fans buzzing. And let's be real, the energy around this team right now feels different. There's a quiet confidence building. LeBron looks rejuvenated. Davis looks locked in. The supporting cast is rounding into form. And if Kleber can come in and give them even a small boost, it could be the spark that pushes them over the top. So, Lakers Nation, buckle up. The road ahead won't be easy. It never is. But with some health, some luck, and maybe a little Maxi Cleber magic, this team might just have one more big run left in them. It's going to be wild. It's going to be intense. And we're going to be right here covering every moment with you. But what do you think about all of this? Could Maxi Cleber actually become a secret weapon for the Lakers this postseason? Are you optimistic about his return, or do you think it might be too late for him to really make a difference? Personally, I'm excited. Maybe I'm being a little too hopeful, but I genuinely believe Maxi could be a game changer if he's anywhere close to full strength. Even just giving the team another playable big man could be the difference between winning and losing a tough playoff series. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got plenty more Lakers news and playoff coverage coming your way, so stay tuned. It's about to get wild.